I'm
There we
just
go.
thinking then
No,
we
oh
would,
no, that's fine.
great. So we're,
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Sure.
yeah. So we're going to do a prototype of a full, we lost Carla.
No,
Are you
I'm
there?
still
Oh,
Oh,
sorry,
she's
trying
you're
to
there.
there.
get
Okay.
my
Yeah.
video.
All right, good.
She's just
Of a full ITSA protocol on Carla's request. So ITSA, remember, stands for Inspired Trauma Safe Action. So we want it to be inspired, meaning that the energy has moved up the emotional vibrational chart into the top part of the chart, which is about love and compassion and tolerance and patience and calm and peace and all the C's that we talk about. That's the inspired piece. But then the trauma safe piece is all of the pieces about MMM, compliance, accountability, obstacles, all of those kind of things. Okay, so Corby, you're a client. We've done some fabulous work together, and we've come to the place where together we're thinking about how to start a consistent daily ritual. And we've come up with this idea that you will tap 3 rounds every time you wash your hands, after you wash your hands. Okay. So Corby, let's test for the MMM part of this first of all.
Mhm.
So it's definitely measurable, right? You
Mhm.
will know whether you are actually tapping 3 rounds after you wash
Mhm.
your hands or not. So we've got that criteria mastered. Uh, let's go for the um, let's go for the motivating.
Mhm.
So if you were to actually follow through on this 3 times protocol, would that, do you think that would motivate you to look at what the next piece of your development might be? Does it feel like it's a step towards something bigger for you?
Um, well, it seems pretty simple. I don't really understand how it's going to help me further down.
Yeah, it's really difficult at this stage to
Hmm.
understand this before you've had that experience, right? So
Yeah.
we may actually be operating on a little bit of trust here and all the psychoeducation we've done about small
Okay.
steps and the nervous system and all of that
Right.
kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So
Yeah. So if I consistently do it, yeah, then because then I'm actually making that commitment.
yeah, yeah, okay, great. So then let's do the third M, which is about meaningful.
Hmm.
So if you were to do this daily protocol, what would that mean about you?
That I can commit to something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And if you actually committed to doing this 7 days a week, every time you washed your hands, what would that
Mhm.
mean about how you see yourself?
Hmm. That I have sustainability, that it's able to make progress.
Yeah. And is
Mhm.
making progress, is that something which is meaningful to you?
Yeah, because then it means I'm going towards what we're working on.
There we go. Yeah.
Hmm.
Good, good. Okay, so we've passed the MMM test. So let's do the compliance piece now. So I want you to just think about tapping 3 rounds every time you wash your hands.
Hmm.
And on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 high, how likely is it that you will actually do that?
I'm feeling about 80% right now because it's like during this time we wash our hands a lot. And so it's like I just remember I just need to do it 3 times. So
Yes, or if 3 times doesn't feel like you can comply with that, we can back that
mhm,
off. We can make this a little
yeah.
bit smaller.
No, it was just when we were saying washing after every time. But it's like, yeah, if we're only doing 3, then that's good.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
feels, and so test that again. It was at
Mhm.
80%, test it again, 0 to 10. What we're
Yeah.
looking for here, just we're trying to predict the obstacles that are going to get in
Hmm.
the way. It doesn't mean the fact that there's obstacles doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you or even anything wrong with our inspired action. It's just being realistic.
Yeah. Yeah. Obstacles. No, other than maybe I'm busy with something and, I just wash and then hurry up and get onto something. That might be
So you're
a
saying that it's
factor.
possible that you might forget. It wouldn't
Yeah.
necessarily be intentional.
Yeah, it might not be intentional, but I'm thinking if I, even add a note to in front of my mirror, then that'll be good.
Look at you solving the obstacle. You're whooping the
There
obstacle.
we go.
That's all I
Yes.
can ask. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So So this note would just be a little index card or a Post-it note or
Yeah, just a
something.
Post-it note just in front of the where I wash my hands. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So just imagine yourself doing that,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
right? And then test this compliance again, 0 to 10, 10 high.
Yeah, I feel like it's a 10 now.
It's a 10.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any other obstacle that you could see getting in the way? Maybe your little one rushing into the bathroom saying, "Mommy, mommy, come see, come see."
Well, that would be an obstacle. um, yeah, possibly for sure. That could distract me.
And how would we handle that obstacle?
Um, well, because like say we do wash our hands a lot nowadays, I can still fit in three. It might not have to. It might be two back to back,
Yeah.
so that's okay. So
Or
I'm
it may
flexible.
maybe a teaching opportunity for you with your
It
little
could
one
be,
too, right?
yes,
You could wash your hands together, or
yes.
a little moment of time together, like, let's wash our hands and then we can go and really enjoy what this thing is that you want to show me.
Mm, and do
Mm,
the tapping with them.
yeah, absolutely,
Mm,
because I know that's something you've told me is important to you, that you want to
mhm.
teach them how to do
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. All right, just test that compliance again one more time for me, 0 to 10. See the note.
Hmm.
See your son coming in.
Hmm.
Is there anything else?
Yeah,
That
no, I can just see us doing the like say making it a fun game.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay, great. Now it's quite possible, we've tested this compliance and looked at some obstacles and made a plan around each of the obstacles.
Mhm.
It's quite possible that we're just not aware of an obstacle that might arise.
Mhm.
So if that's the case, that's just normal. That's human life. We can whoop the new obstacle.
Yeah.
You could even whoop it yourself right now that we've defined, oh, obstacles happen, and this is what we do to make sure that we
Mhm.
can stay on the path that we're on.
Yeah.
Okay, so compliance is good. Now, what about accountability?
Mm.
How are you going to hold yourself accountable to this behavior that
Mhm.
you have decided is actually going to move you in the direction of your dreams?
Mhm. Well, I can list my husband. I'll tell him, and he can ask me at the end of the day if I've actually completed that.
And would he be willing to do that?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. And w- when can you ask him if he would be willing to do
As soon as we're done off the call.
that? Okay, great. Great. That would be good. If we
Mhm.
run
And then I
into
can
any
text you.
Okay, great. Perfect. Do we really need your husband? He's a complicating factor in this.
That's true.
You and I are in this together. You know
Okay, I can
about it.
just text you.
Text me
There we go.
at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, sure.
And
5 o'clock.
what's 5 o'clock? Okay, great. So
There
you'll
we go.
text me. I'll expect a text by
Mhm.
5 o'clock saying,
I've done it.
great, good.
Completed.
Okay. Now, a really, really important piece
Mhm.
is the celebration.
Mm.
It's incredibly important in terms of what, we've talked about you're trying to do, is to literally change the way your brain is networking.
Mhm.
So what is that's very it doesn't have to be a big deal at all. You don't have to go out and buy yourself a huge big mansion or anything to
Oh,
celebrate
darn.
this. But what could be just a small celebration that's going to get the endorphins and the serotonins going as in your neurochemistry to really help your brain build these new pathways.
I just picture doing the happy dance with the little son.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Could we build that into your accountability? Could you text me and says, Nancy, I did it all day long.
Oh, that would be good.
And
Hey,
then a
yes.
big little high five or a sunshine or a something. That
Mhm.
would be just a moment of shared celebration, which would be
Sure. Yeah, that
even
sounds good.
better. Yeah, good. Okay. So we have a plan. Would you
We have
say
a
the
plan.
plan? Say the plan back to me.
Okay, well, going to as I wash my hands, and then after I'm going to do the tapping rounds, and do that 3 times a day. I've got a note on my mirror to remind me, and if sun comes in and distracts, we'll do a little game with the hand washing and doing the tapping, and then we're gonna do a happy dance celebrate, and we'll text you at 5 with the results.
Great, beautiful. And how does this all feel to you right in this
Ah,
moment?
it feels good, light, and happy. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. And what must be true about a woman who would take the time to detail this whole plan on her own behalf?
That I'm caring about myself and
Mm,
willing to do this work.
beautiful. Well, if
Mm,
you're willing to care for yourself, you must be care worthy.
there
You
we
must
go.
be deserving of care.
Hmm.
Is that true?
Yes. Yes, we're
Uh,
getting there.
yeah. Okay. Great. So
Yeah,
we're
I
not quite
am
at.
worthy of care. Yes, so that's
Yeah.
what we're learning here.
That's what we're learning, right? How true
Yes,
is that in this moment? I am worthy of care.
yeah. Right now, with this plan, it's a 10.
Ah, beautiful. Wow. And what
Yeah,
does that feel like? I am
it
worthy
feels
of
awesome.
care.
Yeah,
Beautiful. And where do you feel that in your body?
I
I'm
can feel
worthy of
that in
care.
my chest, and
Mm.
yeah, it just feels, yeah, feels like dancing.
Oh, and it feels like dancing.
Yeah,
Right, beautiful. So, and what's the emotion of that feels like dancing?
it's just happy.
It's happy.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank
Hmm.
you.
Thank
Okay,
you.
now you can't do anything wrong here, right? This is just a big experiment. We're absolutely doing the best that we can. So you're going to go off and you're going to put this protocol into place, and we're both going to learn something. So
Absolutely.
whether it goes smoothly, whether it doesn't go smoothly, we're going to learn something.
Okay.
Looking forward to
Thank
it.
you.
All right, beautiful. Would you stop that recording for you?
Yeah.